Hey everybody, in today's video, we're going to talk about how to get over the excuses that you're making to yourself regarding why you're not selling or why you're not selling enough. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So a lot of us, and myself included, will default to an excuse when we're not producing or performing at the level that we expect from ourselves. These excuses, in their simplest format, are lies that we tell ourselves in order to justify or to, find peace with things that aren't working properly. I've found now, having worked over 20 years with professionals, that almost everybody does this. And what you have to do is first identify when you're doing it. And then once you've identified that you're doing it, look at what the excuse is really telling you. Have you not prepared properly? Are you targeting the wrong markets? Are you burnt out? Excuses will really give you some insight into what is working for you and what isn't. And once you know what's not working, then you can adjust for it. Now, why are excuses so dangerous to a salesperson or a professional selling their services? Well, the challenge with them is, in their fundamental state, excuses lead to inaction. When you're making an excuse, the economy is down, clients aren't buying, clients are overserviced, there's too much competition, I can't do it all myself, I'm too busy to do business development or my calls. All of these excuses will give you a reason to not do what you know you need to do. And you've heard me say on this channel many times before, business development, which is sales, marketing, and closing and expanding business, is the lifeblood of a business. If you don't have those things, you're going to slowly bleed out, and the company, the business model, even your career is going to die. Now, that might sound pretty dour, but the truth is, when you aren't selling, and then when you're making excuses for why you're not selling, the impact on a bottom line is enormous. And so those excuses really lead to you kind of being inactive or operating at a much lower level than you could be. And what happens when we don't act, right? When we have inaction kind of taking over our time, what happens is that now our confidence gets a bullet, right? We start to feel bad about ourselves. We see our sales numbers going down. We start to be concerned about cash flow. This starts to become a diminishing return where things get worse and worse the longer you allow it to go. And then with that lack of confidence, what happens? More inaction. So you can see that this becomes a domino effect in the absolute wrong way, right? You make an excuse for what's happening. You don't do anything because of that excuse. By not doing anything, you feel bad about yourself and you lack confidence. That lack of confidence leads to more inaction, and so on and so on. You start to fall down that hill. And so the way to address this type of situation is really to get active, right? My dad used to have a saying, which was, when you get scared, get busy, right? Even if you're not doing the perfect things, doing something is almost always better than doing nothing. And so get your feet kind of moving underneath you, pick up the phone, talk to past clients. Like, there is 100 different things that you can do to get active. As you get active, you'll uncover opportunities. As you uncover opportunities, you'll have a chance to bid work and or close work. As you bid and close work, your confidence goes up. You'll be attracted to more activity, and so on. You can cycle yourself up just like you cycle yourself down. And so what are the fundamentals of this? You need to target your niche markets. You need to know the solution that you're providing to a problem. You need to talk to people on a regular basis. You need to stay in contact with people that you already know. And of course, you have to, in your head, know that business development, selling, marketing, all the pieces that bring in business, all start with you. If you're active and you're out there kind of moving and shaking, nothing but good things are going to happen. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe. If you have any comments below on what causes you to become inactive or how you activate yourself after, a bit of a dry spell where you may be having a pity party or stepping outside the game, I'd love to hear what they are. Get out there, get active, get moving, and make things happen. Remember that gladiators eat first, and they are always active because they know inactivity leads to death. See you in the next video.